I was thinking this morning, nobody really leaves home because they love it there, or they feel safe there, or they're happy there. And I've been living off and on about 15 years outside the country, and it's difficult to talk about the country when you don't live in it. And yet, there's a real passionate expat community that has a lot of opinions, and all the opinions, of course, sort of reflect the very reasons, the dissatisfaction that they left. I mean, I've met people here who left because they were afraid of Obama. I go, oh. And I also have known people who left because, when George Bush was reelected. So those are people who left for political reasons. Then there are people who left for financial reasons, for medical reasons, because they could get better care here, or they could get their medications for less money. But nobody leaves the country they were born in because they were happy there. Or happiness in some form or other sent them away. And that's another reason that often, particularly in the beginning, if you're on Facebook and you're friends with somebody who's left, you'll see they post, oh, we're so happy here. They're always like lifting a glass, or they're watching a sunset, or they're watching a sunrise. And I think, because I've done it myself, like, who are we trying to convince? Who are we trying to convince? I mean, would I have rather stayed in the United States? I think I would have. I actually think I love where I live. I love Mexico, actually, Baja California. But it would have been a second home for me more than my primary residence. And the things that drove me out were, well, I'm getting older. It's not really a good place for old people, or somebody who's disabled. It's really, you have to be young and able-bodied. It's just built into the sort of ideology of the country. It's a very productive oriented country. They think, everybody else is lazy. I'm sorry. And of course, that's true. People work all over the world in Western countries and in developing countries. People work for the same reasons people work in the United States, to eat and have clothing and a roof over their head. But I just, it wasn't working for me. I could see there appeared to be no place for a single older woman. The medical care was terrifying. And I just felt I should go somewhere where there were other people like myself, who'd left because they felt they could have a better life. But it's not without its downside. And the downside is that, of course, we miss home. And people who have family there, still have children or grandchildren there or parents there. It's really hard on them. But, the other component is financial component. It's just really, really expensive to live in the United States. So yeah, we've all been watching, now there's a shutdown going on of government. You go, whoa. Congress, remember Congress? They're supposed to do a job. They're supposed to do a job. And apparently they're just sleeping on the job right now. Anyway, I was just thinking about that this morning. I don't really miss it today. It's a sunny day down here, and where I was in Pennsylvania, I understand it's 31 degrees, and they're expecting 24 inches of snow. So no, I don't miss that. I think what we miss is a certain kind of familiarity. Because when you live in a foreign country, you are a foreigner, no matter what. Even if you speak the language, you are a foreigner. And it sometimes gets a little old to always be the stranger. I'm always the stranger. Anyway, I'm very fortunate to have these options, and I hope that if you're watching and you're thinking about, what are you going to do? You have options. Look them up. You have options. Some countries are actually offering you dual citizenship if you have Italian relatives or you had Irish relatives. You can become, have an Irish citizenship. Anyway, but I do hope that the United States recovers and becomes again the land of opportunity for all people, or most people who want it, not just for the few. Seem to be riding the crest right now. We'll see where that leads. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.